When you're talking about apples, it reminds me too that so sometimes when we get that 3-day food recall, you might see breakfast maybe, then there's lunch, and then usually there's dinner. So they're going from whenever they get up, wheel out of bed, maybe 7:45, they have something, but then they're not getting their lunch until maybe noon or 12:30. And as soon as you ask them about that, and they say, well, the teachers won't let us eat in class, we don't have time between classes, or there's some kind of go-to, and I don't know if this is good advice either, but I'll be like, make a peanut butter sandwich, cut it in half, have half between like first and second period, and have half between fourth and fifth period, and just eat it in the hall. But is that good advice? Are there some better snacks they could have?
Absolutely, the advice of eating often is really important. Youth athletes need snacks just as much as they need meals. So you're absolutely right there. I usually tell youth athletes if they're going longer than 3 hours between a meal, they need to get something in. Now, schools it's tough at school. Their schedules, they don't have a lot of time. Sometimes they're not allowed to go to their locker in between class. And now a lot of the schools do not allow any nuts. So usually I would say grab a handful of nuts, not allowed anymore. If they can do the PB&J type of thing, awesome. Whole grain bread, so you're getting some extra fiber, going to help keep them full. Great thing to do. If they're stuck, chocolate milk. You're getting some protein, you're getting some carbohydrates in there, you're getting some fat. It'll carry them through. If you can make some homemade muffins or something like that using, full fat yogurt, oats. Oats are great because they have soluble fiber, keeps them full. Those are really, really great options. Try to always pair your carbohydrates with your protein. So if you're going to be grabbing an apple, try to have something that has some protein, some fat in it, like some almonds if that's allowed, even some cheese, some of those cheese strings. Great things to throw into your bag.
Yeah, that's perfect. I like that idea with the muffins too. And there was an athlete in a couple weeks ago who had found like a no-bake kind of energy bar thing. So yeah, something like that. Okay, I'm going to change gears a little bit now because I think it's one of those like a little bit monkey see, monkey do. So you see the guys coming off the bus into an NHL dressing room, and they have either like a liter of coffee, or they have like the super big gulp full of Red Bull, and they're sipping on it. And so, I think it's natural to think, well, geez, they're a pro player and they do that. I think I will do the same thing. And so, I'm just so skeptical. To me, that just looks like a can full of chemicals. But again, let me know if I'm off base.
It always comes down to nutrition first. So we should be getting our energy from nutrition. Now, there are some benefits to having some caffeine. It's been shown both for endurance and for strength type activities that a little bit of caffeine might help. However, those energy drinks and those extra large coffees, that's not what people should be looking for. So energy drinks, first off, they're usually a mix of, you usually get a bunch of caffeine, a ton of sugar, and then there's usually some vitamins and minerals, and then some things that I call other ingredients, like herbs and kind of who knows what. So in terms of caffeine, the effective dose that people should be getting is about 3 milligrams per kilogram, and you want to get that about 30 to 60 minutes before an activity. Now, looking at some of those energy drinks, they have upwards of 500 milligrams of caffeine, which would be, for a lot of people, almost 10 milligrams per kilogram. So too much there. Then looking at the sugar content. So sugar, if we're looking at things during activity, yes, getting in some sugar during activity can help, but the concentration within those energy drinks way too high, and to get that blast of sugar before an activity, it's not going to help you. If anything, it's going to give you an insulin surge, make you feel more tired. Now, looking at the other ingredients that are added, there's vitamins and minerals, usually a lot of B vitamins added. B vitamins are essential for energy production, but they're coenzymes. Our body needs them in our enzymes to produce energy. They don't necessarily give us that immediate energy. Plus, we get B vitamins in healthy foods, so as long as you're eating a good diet based on whole foods, you should be fine for B vitamins. We don't need to get them in through energy drinks. And then these sort of other things that are added, for example, taurine, which is an amino acid. It actually has calming effects. So I'm not sure why they put taurine into energy drinks. I think it's more of a fad. And really, these calming effects have only really been seen in pigs. That's the only study that's been done, so we don't really know in humans.
Yeah.
And then there's also other herbs that are added. A lot of these have caffeine. A lot of these herbs have unknown side effects. And a lot of the times the things that are in energy drinks aren't even listed on the label, so you don't really know what you're getting. I have never recommended an energy drink to athletes, and I don't think I ever will. Now when it comes to coffee, the effective dose, you'd be good with probably about 1 to 2 cups of coffee, about 30 to 60 minutes before your activity. Those extra large, huge mammoth 20-ounce things, way too much. You're going to get jittery. You could be dehydrated from it. And an important thing to note with caffeine too is that regular consumption actually reduces the effects, the ergonomic effects of it. So it shouldn't be an everyday thing that you're doing this. You should really rely on food for your energy.
Yeah, that's a good point. If your body accommodates to it, you're not getting the benefit. And yeah, it always surprises me a little bit. It's like you need to take a drink to get amped up about a hockey game. Like that's what you live for and you train for. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Go to bed early if you're tired, but yeah, you shouldn't have trouble getting amped up to go out and win a hockey game.